Fellowship of the Broken, Making Sense of 12-Step Recovery by Angelo. Chapter 9. The Masquerade Ball. Not all of us may have attended a masquerade ball, but we have all probably been to a fancy dress party at some stage in our lives. Masquerade balls have been around since the 15th century, and are events in which the participants attend in costume and wear a mask. The word person derives from the Latin word persona, which in ancient Roman times originally referred to masks worn by actors on stage. The various masks represented the different personae in the play. This etymology of the word person is tremendously revealing. The personal self is masquerading in life as a person. The costume is the body, and the mask is the personal ego mind. It is consciousness masquerading as a person, with the limited belief that the person is its true identity. Imagine being invited to a modern-day masquerade ball in the guise of your favourite celebrity. You would wear a mask depicting the chosen celebrity's face and wear appropriate clothing. You may even practice mimicking their voice or replicating signature moves or gestures in front of a mirror. The day of the ball arrives and you make your entrance. You are now in the role of your celebrity. People recognise you as the celebrity, and likewise you recognise everyone else in their costumes. You do not know who the real people are that are masquerading as other celebrities, and nobody knows who you really are. The party gets underway and you meet and talk with many others. You use your practiced voice and gestures, and you really get into the swing of being your celebrity. Everyone greets you as the celebrity, and you very much enjoy the experience. As the party continues, you get more and more used to being your celebrity, and you begin to overlook who you really are. You start to react and respond as the celebrity. Eventually, you forget your previous identity completely and spend the rest of the night experiencing life as the celebrity. You travel home by taxi and talk with the taxi driver as if you are still the celebrity. He knows that you are just masquerading, but you remain convinced that you are still in the role. He tries to convince you, but you remain unmoved. As you approach home, the identity of the celebrity begins to fade, but you're still wearing the costume and mask. Once home, you take one last look in the mirror, see yourself as a celebrity. You then take off the costume and mask, and your real identity re-emerges. The whole experience of masquerade had a beginning and an end. You remained your real self before, during and after the experience, but there was a period during which your real identity was overlooked or forgotten, and you believed yourself to be the celebrity. Well, the metaphor here is clearly very obvious, but it's worth repeating the explanation again. The masquerade ball is our entire life as a human being. The true identity is consciousness, awareness, knowingness, mind, spirit, or being. This identity exists prior to the experience of life. As soon as we are born, we begin to create the personal identity. We develop a personal ego mind and a strong identity with the body, and this strengthens over time. Each time we look in the mirror, we see what we believe to be ourselves, and this reconfirms what we assume to be true. At some stage in our lives, Someone suggests that the body and the personal ego mind are not our true identity, but we remain unmoved. The idea seems absurd. As we grow more experienced in life and mature in wisdom, the personal identity may start to fade, but we will still have a body and a personal ego mind. Eventually our lives come to an end, and the body and personal mind cease to function, and the true identity emerges. The whole experience of life has a beginning and an end. We remain our true self before, during and after the experience, but there was a period of time during which our true identity was overlooked or forgotten, and we believed ourselves to be only a person. This gradual change in identity from the person to the true self is the essence of the spiritual journey, whatever our individual or collective path may be. The journey may seem impossible or too long and arduous to undertake, but actually it's a journey of no distance to the placeless place that we already are. Just as in the metaphor of the Masquerade ball, the journey is simply to realize that we remain our true self even though we are wearing a costume and mask. It really is that simple, yet we struggle to be convinced. We believe that the journey must be complex and difficult, and it's this belief that makes it so. There's nothing wrong at all in enjoying the Masquerade ball, provided we remember who we really are. The Masquerade ball is here to be enjoyed. The trouble starts when we identify so strongly with the personal ego self that we overlook our true nature. And as we shall see later, this is the ultimate root of all suffering.